Hello, my magnificent Leos. Welcome back, my beautiful fiery lions and lionesses, to Cosmic Wisdom, the sacred space where we dive into the very heart of the universe and uncover the truths written in the stars just for you. If you have found your way here, to this very message, at this very moment, know that it is no accident. The universe has guided you. Your soul has called out, because there is something truly profound taking place in the energetic realms that surround you. A cosmic reckoning is underway. Have you ever loved with the full blazing force of your heart, only to have that sacred fire treated like a common flame? Have you ever poured your golden light, your unwavering loyalty, and your magnificent generosity into someone, only to watch them take it for granted, as if your sun would never ever set? If your heart is roaring a silent yes right now, then take a deep breath, my friend. This message is the confirmation you have been waiting for. This is not just a video about pain or heartbreak. Oh no, this is a transmission about cosmic justice. It is a declaration that the universe itself is now moving to restore balance. For the one who dared to play with the heart of a king, the heart of a queen, the one who tried to put a star in a cage. We are about to journey deep into how the law of karma is unfolding specifically for you, my dear Leo. And trust me when I say you will want to stay for every single moment of this. In the second part of our journey, I will reveal the undeniable signs the universe is sending you, proving that this powerful karmic shift is already in motion. And later, we will uncover the sacred moment when the golden cord that once bound you to that pain finally and irrevocably shatters. This is your validation. This is your vindication. So before we even begin, if you feel this message resonating in your very soul, do me a favor right now and join our beautiful pride here at Cosmic Wisdom. Press that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because you are not going to want to miss the powerful guidance we have coming, tailored for your magnificent Leo heart. Let's begin this journey of reclamation together. Now please comment your date of birth below to receive the best wishes that the universe has designed just for you. My dear, magnificent Leo, there are certain truths about you that you never have to speak aloud, because the universe witnesses them in the very fabric of your being. It sees the radiant light of your soul, it feels the immense warmth of your heart, and it honors the unshakable loyalty that you offer as a sacred gift. You beautiful soul were born under the guidance of the sun itself. You are a celestial royal, and your love is not a trivial thing. It is a creative force. It is an act of incredible generosity. When you love, you place someone in the center of your universe, you warm them with your light, you protect them with your strength, and you believe in their potential with the full force of your being. You don't just love, you anoint them with your affection. But what happens when that sacred anointment is mistaken for an endless resource to be exploited? What happens when your kingdom of love is treated like a playground for someone else's ego? You see, Leo, you once offered your heart with a grace and dignity that was mistaken for invincibility. You chose a regal silence, not because you were not wounded, but because you understood that a true monarch does not engage in petty battles. You believed your love, your sheer undeniable light, would be enough to inspire them, to change them, to make them rise to the occasion. You forgave their transgressions, not because they earned your pardon, but because your heart is so vast and so generous. You believed in second chances. You held your head high, not out of arrogance, but because your spirit instinctively knows its own divine worth, a worth you were so willing to share. And tragically, my dear friend, the world can sometimes be blind to such magnificence. They mistook your sovereign grace for a lack of feeling. They believed that because your roar was silenced by the hope in your heart, that you didn't feel the sting of their betrayal. They saw your unwavering loyalty and assumed it was a chain, not a choice you made every single day. And it was in those very moments, my dear Leo, in the quiet ache of your royal heart, that the great cosmic gears of karma began to turn. Not because you wished for revenge. Oh no. A soul like yours is above such things. It began because an immutable law of the universe was violated. You cannot take the light from a star without creating a black hole of consequence. You cannot dishonor the heart of a lion and not expect the cosmos itself to roar back in response. This is a truth that echoes through all of time, through every spiritual tradition known to humankind. In the sacred texts of the East, it is the law of cause and effect. As you sow, so shall you reap. Every action, every intention creates a ripple that will one day return to the shore from which it was cast. In the ancient wisdom of Egypt, they spoke of Ma'at, the divine principle of truth balance and cosmic order. When that order is disturbed by deceit or disrespect, the universe itself acts to restore it. And you, my beautiful Leo, you were the one sowing brilliant life-giving light in a soul that was shrouded in shadow. You offered the warmth of the sun to someone who only knew how to cast shade. They may have thought you were naive, too trusting, too proud to see what was happening. But they fundamentally misunderstood the nature of your heart. A Leo's heart isn't pure because it is ignorant of darkness. It is pure because it has seen the absolute worst in people and still makes the courageous, magnificent choice to shine its light anyway. So please, hear me now. Never ever blame yourself for the magnitude of your love. Never feel shame for the power of your belief. Your love was not the problem. Your loyalty was not the error. The flaw was in their inability to receive the sacred gift you so freely gave. The tragedy was theirs, for they stood before the sun and chose to complain about the heat, never once appreciating the life it gives. There is a devastating truth you once had to face, alone, wasn't there? You loved with the fire of 1,000 suns. They played with flickering matches. You held your promises with the weight of your entire soul. They held them with the convenience of the moment. And even though you so desperately wanted them to see, to awaken to the treasure they held, all you received in return was the cold silence of abandonment. No one was there to witness the crown you felt slipping the throne of your heart that felt so empty. No one saw the solitary tear that a proud lioness sheds only in the deepest, darkest night. But do you know what, my beautiful friend, the universe saw? And every single one of those moments was a testament, a powerful, energetic signature that echoed through the cosmos. Those moments weren't a plea for revenge. They were a declaration of your worth, a call for balance. You no longer need to prove your story. You no longer need a jury of your peers to believe the pain you endured. You are transitioning now from the one who was wounded to the one who is a witness to the awesome, undeniable power of cosmic law unfolding. You can feel it, can't you? That subtle shift. The pain in your chest doesn't burn with the same intensity anymore. It's not because you've forgotten. It's because you are slowly but surely reclaiming the pieces of your light that you gave away. You don't need their apology because the universe is sending you something far more powerful, your sovereignty. It is returning your crown. It is time for you to understand, Leo. Forgiveness for you is not about absolving them. Forgiveness is a royal decree. It is you sitting upon your throne, declaring that they are no longer permitted to occupy space in the kingdom of your heart and mind. You don't need to win an argument because your life is not a debate. Your life is an epic, and you are finally turning the page to a much more magnificent chapter. You are a Leo. You loved with a fire that could forge worlds, and because of that immense fire, you were once deeply burned. But it is also because of that very fire that the universe now stands as your royal guard, not with loud petty vengeance, but with a quiet, cosmic certainty. And what is the price they are paying? You may not see it at first, but listen closely. They begin to lose the very things they thought they could take for granted from the world. They lose warmth, they lose loyalty, they lose light. One door of opportunity mysteriously closes. One relationship that seems so promising suddenly feels hollow and cold. A moment of joy that should feel full is inexplicably empty. Why? Because they lost the most precious life-giving source of energy they ever had. You with all your radiant sincerity once belonged to their world. They basked in your light, assuming it was their own. They did not understand that when a Leo truly reclaims their heart, the universe doesn't just open a new door for you, it builds you a whole new kingdom. And they are left outside the gates in the cold they created forever. Perhaps right now, a part of you still feels the injustice. You may still ask, why do they seem to be living so happily? But my friend, you cannot see the inner landscape of their soul. You cannot feel the creeping cold, the profound emptiness in the space that your magnificent light once filled. No new person, no new success, no amount of distraction can ever fill the void left by the sun. And you are healing. You are not just healing, you are regenerating. You are undergoing a stellar rebirth. Not because someone came to rescue you, but because you, in a moment of profound courage, chose to rescue yourself. You don't need to make a case. You don't need to justify your feelings, because the brilliant, breathtaking light that is now returning to your eyes, to your aura, to your very presence, is the most powerful declaration of truth in the entire cosmos. And that truth, my friend, always wins. You can close your eyes now, just for a moment. Place your hand over your magnificent heart. Feel that. Feel the strength. You have journeyed so far. You have walked from being someone who craved validation from another to becoming someone who only needs to feel the beat of their own heart to know their infinite worth. My dear Leo, no one can wound you forever, because once you have endured enough, once you have learned the painful lesson of your own power, the universe itself begins to conspire in your favor. It bends towards your light to quietly, gracefully, and unstoppably correct what went so terribly wrong. And if you are hearing this message right now, please know this with every fiber of your being. You are not being abandoned. You are being enthroned. In the next part, I will tell you about the sacred symbols. The universe is sending you signs that appear in your daily life, in your dreams, in the most unusual moments, whispering to you that this great karmic rebalancing is in full effect. Stay with me. Have you ever been going about your day and suddenly a powerful, inexplicable feeling washes over you? A surge of inner fire, a wave of confidence that seems to come from nowhere. Or perhaps you've awakened in the dead of night, not with anxiety, but with a strange and profound sense of peace, as if a great weight has been lifted from your soul. Pay attention, my beautiful lion. That was not random. That was the moment your soul received a direct transmission from the cosmos. It was a signal from the unseen world, a sign that the tides of justice have not only turned, but are now rushing back to shore with incredible force. When karma begins to move for a child of the sun like you, it doesn't arrive with a timid knock. It announces itself with a shift in the very atmosphere around you. You begin to notice strange and wonderful synchronicities. Maybe you keep seeing the number 1, the number of the sun of leadership, of new beginnings, or the number 5, the number of joy, creativity, and passionate self-expression, which is so deeply connected to your Leo spirit. Perhaps you're thinking of them, and you suddenly see a majestic lion on a billboard, or a reference to royalty in a book you randomly open. Maybe a feather, a symbol of freedom and ascension, lands directly in your path, or an old song, one that speaks of empowerment and victory, starts playing the moment you get into your car. These are not coincidences, my love. These are winks from the universe. These are cosmic breadcrumbs lovingly placed on your path to let you know that the story is changing. It is the universe's way of whispering, I see you, I honor your journey, and the balance is being restored. Simultaneously, the one who hurt you is beginning to experience the other side of the coin. They are feeling the echo of the void they created in you. That opportunity they were so sure of, it vanishes into thin air. That connection they thought was so solid, it reveals itself to be built on sand. They feel a sudden, inexplicable chill of anxiety, a confusion, a sense that their own light is dimming. They don't know why, but you do, because your soul recognizes that feeling. It's the chill of being disconnected from a powerful source of light. They are now living in the emotional climate they created for you. Not because you cursed them, your heart is too noble for that, but because the universe, in its infinite wisdom, does not allow the sacred fire of a Leo heart to be dishonored without consequence. Truth, my dear Leo, does not need you to be its warrior. Truth is its own champion. It rises on its own, like the sun at dawn, banishing all shadows. And those who tried to wound what is pure, what is royal, what is so deeply authentic, must eventually come face to face with their own reflection in the darkness they created. In the Holy Scriptures, it is said that what is done in darkness will be brought to light. And for you, Leo, this is not a threat. It is a promise. You do not need to expose anyone. You do not need to raise your voice. You only need to continue to cultivate your own inner light, because that light is becoming so brilliant, so powerful, that it will naturally illuminate every truth and expose every shadow. You might be feeling your own energy shifting dramatically. You feel lighter, more creative, more playful. Even if your external circumstances haven't fully changed, yet your inner kingdom is being restored. That, my friend, is one of the very first and most powerful signs of your rebirth. You no longer feel that desperate need to pull them back into your orbit. You no longer crave their apology. The only thing you truly desire now is the peace of your own throne, the joy of your own kingdom. No one can manipulate the soul of a Leo forever. You were not created to be a supporting character in someone else's shallow drama. You were born to be the radiant, creative, life-giving center of your own magnificent story. You were chosen to feel the most powerful waves of human emotion, passion, joy, loyalty, and yes, even heartbreak, and to alchemize it all into pure, brilliant light. So do not doubt these strange and beautiful signs when they appear. Don't overlook the butterfly that lands on your window, a symbol of transformation. Don't dismiss the dream that leaves you feeling inexplicably powerful and free. These are the sacred hieroglyphs of karma being released. They are your soul's quiet roar, signaling that you are no longer bound by the chains of the past. And the other person, they may be out there repeating the very same destructive patterns with someone new. But here is the critical difference, Leo. This time, no one is there to absorb the karmic blow for them. Because you're the one who once carried their darkness, who tried to heal their wounds with your own light, who absorbed their negativity with your loving heart, you have stepped away. You have abdicated the role of their savior. And when you step away, the universe returns all that energy to its rightful owner, not through overt pain, but through a profound and hollow silence, an emptiness that no new person, no fleeting success, no worldly distraction can ever hope to fill. It is the silence of a world without a sun. In that moment, you do not need to witness their struggle. You do not need to see them fall. Why? Because you no longer vibrate on that frequency. You are ascending. You are dwelling in a higher realm. Now a place where your light is no longer dimmed by longing, where your peace no longer depends on the validation of anyone but you. Justice for a Leo is not witnessing their downfall. True justice is when you can look back at the memory of them and feel nothing but a regal indifference. Justice is knowing with every fiber of your being that they no longer hold any power to touch the radiant core of your soul. If you are hearing this and feeling that deep resonance, take a powerful, fiery breath and feel this a part of your soul is not just smiling, it is roaring with victory. Because in the end, what you truly longed for was never revenge. It was the reclamation of your kingdom. And your coronation has already begun. If you have ever felt a strange synchronicity, a dream, a number, a song, when thinking of the one who hurt you, I want you to go down to the comments right now and leave behind this powerful declaration: I have received the message from the universe. I am reclaiming my light. In the next part, we will explore the invisible golden cord that still might connect you to the one who hurt you, and we will pinpoint the sacred moment when that cord truly shatters, setting you free to soar once and for all. Stay with me, because this next part is about your ultimate liberation. Some endings, my dear Leo, are not written in words. They are not declared in dramatic confrontations. They occur in the profound and powerful silence of a heart that has decided it will no longer wait. They happen when your royal gaze no longer scans a crowd for a familiar face. They happen when your ears no longer perk up at the sound of a name that once meant the entire world. The great truth, beautiful soul, is that not everyone who leaves your life takes their energetic imprint with them. Some people depart, but you continue to carry them within you. It feels like a psychic weight, a soul debt, not because you are weak or haven't let go, but because there was once a powerful, invisible, golden cord woven between you. This cord was spun from the very essence of your Leo heart, from your passionate memories, your fiercely held promises, your unspoken hopes, and the deep wounds that no one else ever witnessed. You've asked yourself this, haven't you? Why do I still think of them, even when they cause me so much pain? Why do they still appear in my dreams when all I want is to move forward? The answer, my love, is not in your logical mind. It lives in the deepest energetic chamber of your soul, where that golden cord remained waiting for a force powerful enough to sever it. In spiritual terms, this is often called an energetic pact or a soul tie. But for a Leo, I like to think of it as a tether of light. It wasn't created by them. It was created by you, by the sheer force and frequency of the love you poured out from your magnificent heart. One full, unconditional, radiant outpouring of love from a Leo can create a spiritual bond that is stronger and more enduring than any promise spoken aloud. But then one day, something shifts. You awaken and you realize your heart is still beating its powerful rhythmic drum, but the beat is no longer for them. It is for you. You still remember the past, but you no longer long for it. You still feel the echo of the emotion, but you no longer weep. That, my beautiful friend, is the sacred moment. That is the instant the golden cord shatters. There is no sound. There is no ceremony. There is only the quiet, magnificent, and unmistakable feeling of your own power returning to you. It's the sensation of your soul, gathering up all the brilliant light it once poured towards the wrong person and calling it home, back to its rightful place in the center of your being. My dear Leo, you once tried to save a soul that did not want to be saved. You once extended your royal hand even as it trembled with your own pain. You once tucked your own wounds away into the recesses of your heart, just so you could offer them a brilliant, reassuring smile. And in doing so, you thought, there must be something profound between us. And you were right. There was. But profound does not always mean destined. Profound does not mean you are required to stay and be diminished. Sometimes a profound connection is simply a sacred lesson sent to teach you the most important lesson of all: how to release someone without losing your own tender, fiery heart. How to choose yourself. I want you to know this deep in your soul. The moment you no longer feel the ache is the moment you have officially and completely stepped out of their energetic field. There is no resentment. There is no anger. There is just a soft, detached gaze back at the past, as if you are looking at a kingdom you once ruled, grateful for the lessons, but with absolutely no desire to return. In meditation, this is called release. In energy healing, it is the profound withdrawal of your aura from a toxic bond. And in the language of the divine, it is the moment the universe whispers, "I have seen enough of your struggle, my beautiful royal child. Now go, your throne awaits." You are not their savior. You did not come to this earth to fix the heart that so carelessly broke yours. You came here to realize that true epic love, the kind you are destined for, will never ever ask you to diminish your own light. It will never ask you to give up your throne. That lesson was excruciating, but it was also the very thing that transformed you from a victim of their disregard into the sovereign ruler of your own destiny. And do you know how you can be certain you are truly free? It's when you can imagine them smiling, succeeding, or moving on, and your heart doesn't flinch. It is a state of regal indifference. It's when you hear their name, and it is just a word, no longer a blade, that pierces your heart. It's when you look at your own reflection in the mirror, and you see a soul that has majestically pieced itself back together, stronger, brighter, and more beautiful than ever before, without anyone's help. Dear Leo, you are no longer the soul who cried in the shadows of the moonlight. Now, you are the moonlight and the sun. Silent, powerful, gentle, when you choose to be, but forever, eternally shining. You are the one who was deeply wounded and chose not to retaliate. You are the one who waited for an apology that never came, and then, in an act of supreme grace, you chose to grant forgiveness anyway. Not for them, but for you, so that you could finally truly breathe again. Maybe they never recognized how precious you were, but you know, the universe knows, and that my love is more than enough. They might still be out there repeating their empty patterns, running from their own shadows, unable to face their own accountability. But now, no one will be there to carry the weight of their karma, because you, the one who bore it all, have stepped out of that karmic circle. When you let go, the cord breaks, and when the cord breaks, karma finds its rightful home. You do not need to witness it. You do not need to hear their confession. You just need to keep walking forward with your head held high and your crown firmly in place. And with every single powerful step you take, you are affirming to the cosmos, I no longer belong to pain. I belong to my light. I belong to my throne. If you feel lighter, if you can take a deep breath without that familiar tightness in your chest, that is the undeniable sign that you have severed that soul tie. You have left that energetic address, and you never ever have to go back. And if tonight you dream again, but this time the dream is not of them. If you dream of yourself perhaps as a majestic lioness, or surrounded by golden light, or sitting peacefully on a throne, feeling calm, powerful, and free, then congratulations, my magnificent Leo. Your soul has made its final royal choice. In our final part, I will tell you why everything that is now coming your way is no longer a painful lesson, but a sacred reward, a treasure that is being sent directly to the soul who made it through the fire, without becoming bitter, but instead became brilliant. Stay with me until the very end, because the universe is about to bestow upon you a gift that is worthy of a queen, worthy of a king. If you have ever felt like you have just escaped an invisible bond that you carried for far too long, I want you to declare this to the universe in the comments below. I have cut the golden cord. I am sovereign and I am free. You once tried so hard, didn't you? My love, you tried to make someone understand that you were worthy of their respect, their loyalty, their love. But today, right now, in this moment, you no longer feel that need, because clarity, brilliant and sharp as a diamond, has become your new foundation. Not pain, not confusion, just pure, unadulterated solar truth. From this moment forward, Leo, you do not have to prove a single thing to anyone. You don't need to recount the story of how you were hurt. You don't need to list the ways you gave everything you had, because your very presence, your gentle power, your refined grace, your unwavering and radiant lights, the most eloquent and powerful testimony to the epic journey you have walked. You did not survive the darkness just to retell the story of the sorrow. You survived to shine from the very places that were once broken. No one saw you in the quiet of the night wrestling with your own pride and your own pain. No one knew that you prayed to the universe saying, "Please, just for once, let me feel like I am truly enough." No one heard that small wounded voice inside you that whispered every time you were let down. What did I do wrong? What more could I possibly have been? But there was one who heard it all. The universe heard it, and more importantly, your own magnificent soul heard it. And the answer came back not in a whisper, but in a roar. You weren't chosen for this path because you suffered more than others. You were chosen because you never ever let that suffering turn you into someone you are not. You remained true. You stayed soft in a world that tried to make you hard. You remained loyal when you were shown disloyalty. You stayed deeply, profoundly loving. Maybe no one else stayed long enough to honor you for that, but you, my brave Leo, you stayed with yourself, and that, my friend, has changed everything. Now you no longer need anyone to hand you love, because you have finally begun to live like someone who knows in their very bones that you are love. You used to wait for them to understand. You used to pray they would return. You used to hope that if you just shone your light a little brighter, tried a little harder, they would finally see the treasure that was right in front of them. But today, you are no longer waiting. You are living. You are creating. You are shining. Without apology, without expectation, without doing a single thing just to be loved in return. You are finally loving yourself with the same fierce, unconditional, magnificent love you once so freely gave to others. The great spiritual masters have always taught this. Happiness does not come when other people change. It comes when you no longer need them to. And the divine, the universe, God, whatever you call that great source of all things, it whispers to you in the silence of your reclaimed heart. I knew your worth before you ever spoke a word. I saw your light, even when you felt you were in total darkness. You were once the soul they overlooked, but now you are the soul who is majestically lifting yourself up, piece by brilliant piece, with the light you have gathered from every single moment that no one else showed up for you. You are moving forward, not with the ghost of the old version of them, but with the glorious, triumphant new version of you, the one who was broken and taught herself how to stand, the one who lost her smile and taught herself how to laugh again, the one who walked through fire and did not lose the tender core of her heart. If someone once walked away from you, then today you are the one walking away. You are walking away from the old version of yourself, the one who needed them to feel whole. You no longer ask for love. You no longer wait for miracles. Because now you know with a certainty that shakes the very foundations of the cosmos, you are the miracle. Take a deep, powerful breath. Right now, my beautiful Leo. Place your hand gently, reverently over your heart and whisper this to yourself, either out loud or in the sanctity of your own soul. I have crossed over. The old story is finished. I am no longer there. You don't need anyone to confirm it. You don't need to look back for proof. The old chapter has been closed, not with a dramatic final sentence, not with a fiery fight, but with a quiet, powerful, and profound healing that never needed to explain itself to anyone. If you feel a deep silence inside of you, if you feel the vastness of your own inner space, and you no longer fear it, if everything just feels enough, and you can't even explain why, then congratulations. You have just passed through an energetic gateway that very few souls ever have the courage to walk through. You have arrived. If you are ready for this next brilliant chapter of your life, if you can feel yourself standing in that magical space between the fading of the old and the spectacular blooming of the new, I want you to leave one final powerful declaration in the comments below. A declaration to the universe, to your soul, and to every other Leo in our pride. Declare this: I am the one who carries the light, not for others to see, but for the universe to hear. Thank you, my magnificent Leo soul, for listening to this message with your brave and open heart. If you feel like you have been seen, understood, and healed in any way, then you are the very one this message was divinely created for. May you live in the full, unapologetic radiance of your own light, no longer needing anyone else to shine it for you. Just you being you. And that is, and always will be, more than enough. It is everything. My beautiful Leo friends, we have reached the end of our journey for today, but I want you to pause and truly feel the power of what has transpired. You have acknowledged your pain, honored your strength, and stepped into your sovereign power. January 18th is not just a date, it's a profound turning point, a cosmic coronation for you. The universe is aligning to support your truest, most brilliant expression. Embrace this magic fully. Allow it to permeate every cell of your being. This is your time to shine your brightest, to share your incredible gifts, and to live the epic life you were always destined to live. Remember that true, lasting growth happens in phases. Be patient and kind with yourself. You have all the strength, all the wisdom, and all the courage you will ever need. Trust the process, trust the journey, and above all, trust in your own magnificent royal heart. Now I would love to hear from you. What part of this message roared the loudest in your soul? What truths has your own inner wisdom revealed to you? Please share your thoughts, your insights, and your experiences in the comments below. By sharing our stories and supporting one another, our entire pride grows stronger and brighter together. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom to stay connected and receive all the unique guidance we will be sharing for Leos in the weeks to come. We have so much more magic to share with you. You can tap or click on one of the videos or playlists you see on your screen now to continue your own personal journey and dive even deeper into your incredible and limitless Leo potential. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. You are the sun at the center of your own universe, and you are fully capable of achieving all of your wildest, most magnificent dreams. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It has been a true gift to share this sacred space with you. I wish you an abundance of joy, a wealth of love, and unwavering brilliant success in all that you do.